Today we will be making onigiris, 3 different kinds from 3 different places in Japan. And we start by making the rice. For that we need 1 part rice to 1.2 part of water. Start by washing out all the starch in the rice, and then once the water runs clear, then you can set it aside for 30 to 60 minutes in mineral water. "30 to 60 minutes later, depending on the season, then you can then boil the rice in the rice cooker for 60 minutes. After that, then you can turn it, make it all fluffy, and then let it sit in the rice cooker for another 15-20 minutes before using it. Then we will start by going to Shimane, where we will cut some ginger and use that in our onigiris. Cut that very finely, so it has these strands of ginger. Add that into a pot with some sugar, sake and soy sauce on very low heat. Then once it starts boiling, then we can add in our shijimi, which is fresh water clams and are known to be found in Shimane, which otherwise is very famous for Lake Shinji and the setting sun there. So once that starts to get all incorporated and starts to get warm, then we can add in our rice and mix that good together. Then we can add in our last ingredient, the sesame seeds. Give that a final stir, and then we can go ahead and make the onigiri. When making the onigiri, then it is good to press it together like this. So you fold it into a triangle. You can also make it into a circle if you want to, but today I'm keeping it to triangles. Place it on a plate, presentation, and then we can go ahead and go to Yamagata. For the Yamagata dish, then we need some pork. You can just cut it up into small bits and then fry it on a frying pan with a little bit of oil. Once we have that cooked, then set it aside and let it rest for a little bit. Then we can go ahead and add in our bake, as they call it in the northern part of Japan, or Fuki miso, which comes from the wild vegetable Fuki, found in the natural sunny places such as the mountains. And it's actually harvested during February when you have a little bit of snow there. But you just mix that with the pork, and then we can go ahead and add that on top of the rice bowl once we have made that. Put it in the sun to get the best light possible. And then we can put this into a toaster. Maybe drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it to spice it up a little bit, and then give it a couple of minutes in there. And lastly, then you can wrap it with a leaf of Perilla, which is of course optional. Then we go from Yamagata all the way to Okinawa, where spam is the soul food there because of all the influence from the Americans. And then we cut that into a triangle because we keep the triangle theme. Stir an egg with a bit of salt. Put it on a pan, preferably a tamagoyaki pan, because then we can shape it into a triangle ourselves. Otherwise a pan will do as well, you just need to fold it a little bit. Fry the spam a little bit so it has a very nice crust on each side. And then we can go ahead and place that on top of the egg, cut off the edges. And you can of course go ahead and eat those. Yeah, so make the same sized triangle as the last ones, just use a little bit less rice. Then we can go ahead and add our andansu, as they call it in Okinawa, or Abura miso, which is basically Okinawan miso made of miso mixed with pork fat. Wrap that up with a leaf of seaweed, plate it, and then I think we are ready for a B-roll.じゃあいただきます。ごちそうさまでした。So we finished 3 different onigiris from 3 different prefectures. So it's like going around Japan eating different onigiris. So the first one was from Okinawa, and then Yamagata, and the last one was from Shimane. And then for me, then my preference was definitely the one from Shimane, because I really enjoyed the Shijimi, and I think it came very well together with the sauce and the ginger. So definitely something I will do again in the future. But if you want to watch other Japanese traditional dishes, then I would highly recommend this oyakodon recipe, which is the oldest oyakodon recipe in Japan actually. So it is pretty cool compared to other oyakodon recipes on the internet that you will find. But otherwise, then make sure to like the video if you like the video, and subscribe for more videos in the future, and I will see you up in here. Vi ses!